¿Qué tal? Soy Sofía Curiel, profesora de quinto de preparatoria. Cada bimestre le pido a mis alumnos que elaboren una exposición acerca de algún tema que se vea durante el bimestre. En esta ocasión las exposiciones fueron acerca de los avances tecnológicos o algún avance que ellos hubieran podido ubicar y elegir, para finalmente dar sus propias conclusiones acerca de esto y la trascendencia que tiene a nivel país y a nivel global. Esto fue lo que hicieron en el segundo bimestre. Gracias.
Good afternoon. We're going to talk about robots, advances in technology. Our team is Caro, Ale, and Caro.
First, we are going to talk about advances. In this picture, we can see that robots going to faraway planets.
Okay, honey, let me just ask something first. Before going to this specific information, what a robot is, let's try to get a brief definition. It's a what?
It's
A machine, it's a...
It's a machine built by humans.
Exactly.
That
What for?
they can do nowadays many activities such as, I don't know, some can be as humans, they complete appearances or as humans, and can do works that humans do, like not like specific works, not a lot of things. Maybe sweep the house or
How could they perform these activities? The human does something, giving orders. What does he do to make this robot work out on something?
Well, it depends on the type of the robot. Some robots are done by, as you say, like orders but at computers. And
Girls?
well, like with mathematics orders, they just write it in a computer and that's how they work.
Like programming, building up this kind of instructions or a set of instructions to commanding, this way the order, and this machine only performs that.
yes.
That's the main point of a machine.
There's a robot for a specific activity.
Okay, good.
well, the first. Well, the advance. In this picture, we can see that robots going to faraway planets and view and search things that people can't see.
Okay.
And in this, the same. It's a machine that I don't know. People.
Take them to
To other planets and
What for, honey? Which is the main purpose of this?
to
Because
explore.
this is really expensive,
Yeah.
okay,
Uh,
and it
thanks.
has a lot of risks also. So, which is the main aim of this?
I think that view or search things that the human don't see or don't search.
They explore like the new terrain. Instead that a human risk their life.
Okay, so for exploration, analysis related to science, right? Okay, what else? What is that?
Well, that's the main brain and explain other advantages. A robot can like going further into unknown waters where humans will be crushed, and that can help to find petroleum.
Petroleum?
Well, that's one advantage. And the other one is that they can give us information that we can get, like for example, a robot that can make like mathematics, like mathematics things that we can waste a lot of time and they can do it really fast.
That we mean here is that they're like very small for not people to see them, and they can spy, like for spying.
Okay, good. So many The main point is the proper way of humans to program and use robots, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. What else?
Oh, they are good workers. They can work the 24 hours per day, the 7 days, and without complaining. They don't get bored, so they keep working and working.
Imagine having one of these at home, okay? Or here at school helping out with something, no? Where does this happen, honey? In which country? The creation of robots, all this spending money on them.
In Japan.
In Japan,
Japan.
okay, and in some countries of Europe?
Yes, maybe.
Mainly in Japan.
In Japan.
Actually, mainly in Japan.
They are too related to robots, no?
Yes.
Okay.
With technology. And also they can perform tasks better than us, faster.
So faster, sometimes better.
Better, faster, and without complaining.
Good, that's the main point.
Well,
Don't complain, listen to them.
well, most of them are automatic, so they can go around by themselves without any human interference. And they can capture moments that the eye human don't.
Charlie.
And they can entertain us too.
Yes, we interact with these kind of robots, and you see they are black, so we can use them as pets, but it's not the same. They are useful for that.
Okay.
Well, okay, we're going to start with disadvantages.
And people can lose jobs in factories because robots are usefully than people, and they can work all the day, as Carly said, and they're more efficient than humans.
Okay.
Another disadvantage is that they need power to work, so they have to plug in or
So-
need the battery, the correct battery.
They are
to work.
working by electricity. They have to be in contact in electricity.
Yes, of course, not always plugging it when they have like a specific battery, but the main point here is that they need energy to work. It's like our food. And also they need to maintenance to work. It's like going to the doctor. No, they can't
Exactly.
work, but they need fixes.
Oil.
Oh,
Yes.
our water.
Our food. Exactly.
And of course, it costs a lot of money, and it's not easy to buy.
To get one.
Types of robots. The mobile robot is a robot that will see and search things that the humans don't see and go to places that humans cannot go. And for example, if have a collapsed building, he helped when it helped to for the survivors.
For the what, honey?
Survivors.
Survivals?
Yes.
Okay. Well, huge advantage. But the same way we're still thinking about the price and the way of getting one. Because well, we think about other countries maybe, but here, are we available to buy one or to get one everywhere? In the fireman department, in the police department? Well, we haven't just done it yet. Okay. What else?
Well, rolling robots. These robots are the ones that have wheels, and they can only move like around and in flat spaces. They can move quickly and easily, but as I said, they can just move like in certain areas.
Walking robots are used to walk in areas that, for example, are rough and difficult roll as in the ground. So, and they need a balance. That's why they have like more than 6 legs. So when they give a step, they can keep the balance with the other legs.
Okay. So everything is like program and control there when engineers build them up, no?
In stationary robots, these kind of robots are not only used to explore areas or search. It's made for working in an industry.
And in the industries they are used for the same purpose? Or what else, Ali?
Sorry, teacher?
What are they used for in industries, this kind of robots?
To keep working the machine. The machine.
Increasing production could be a main
instead
point.
of having a worker to start with the work in the factory, they press, for example, they press the button.
Okay.
Well, autonomous robots. These kind of robots are the ones that are self-supporting. They don't really need humans. Once they are built, they can just, for example, they say you will do this, and they repeat it like 3 or 4 times, and they can do it better, but they don't really need humans anymore. They are like using their own brains.
So you program that machine working by itself many hours.
Yes. Like the wife of Plankton, Bob Sponge SquarePants.
Ah, okay, yes.
Remote control robots. These kind of robots are really limited. We are the ones that control them. They are not automatic like the other one. The power is in our brain, so we have the brain power. They only do what we order to do. And these also are used to explain to explore other planets.
Imagine how much it costs, right?
Yeah, they're of money.
Well, it is a Simo, and it's a robot from Japan.
Ah,
As we
yes.
told you before, that robots are mainly done in Japan.
Okay.
For example, here it can avoid the person that is coming with him.
So as we can see, this
So-
is a really smart robot.
When something is in front or closer him, it's it programmed to just get apart from this
It's like
object
a
to
sensor.
a sensor of kind of protection in any way. Okay. This was created in Japan.
Yes.
As you can see, this is a really polite robot. This robot is whipping
Well, here it is receiving the people and helps them to go to anywhere and to use like instructions the robot to the human.
Wow. Imagine creating that and use them for, well, we hope, profitable things, right?
As we told you before, it's like this robot have the appearance of a human. Not a real human. There are other robots that completely looks like a human.
お飲み物が来ました。こちらに置きますね。
No te puedes enamorar de un robot.
Well, we hope not. So, like a sensor getting the voice of the woman and responding?
Yes.
So in here, the robot is serving
Like water.
water.
Pero es muy lento el tipo.
¡Qué mal! Lo que no termina de abrir, me morí de sed.
Imagine doing that.
¿Qué onda?
So, it's when we think about
No, no le adelantes, yo digo.
how powerful human brain is. Okay?
No, pues en lo que te ahogaste. Así vos algo.
Wow.
Oh, así
Ay,
no.
no.
Es bueno, Así ¿Y si tropieza? That's one disadvantage of this robot. ¿Por qué tiene una maldita en la espalda? Una maldita. No, like the power. Like the battery.
As we told you, one disadvantage that
Imagine how can they build up something like that. So amazing. Boys, pay attention. A ver, Santiago.
it looks like
Boys.
Teacher, I have a question. With WIDTH is ancho?
Why?
Wait, es peso.
but 90 kilometers per hour is like
Yes. Imagine what does this mean to be following these commands, okay?
so like
A ver, Luis, be quiet. George, boys.
can walk, jump, dance, run, serve water, attend people, visit people, be lovely, avoid people.
Girls.
So, conclusion of this is that robots can be really, really smart and useful, and avoid humans to risk ourselves.
Exactly. That's something really important too.
Someday we can all have one of these.
We hope so. And
So,
not being too expensive, and of course really being useful, and thinking about all these disadvantages too. I mean the way that you said about it, unemployment, that's something really serious and concern governments in other countries, I think. Okay, so if this happens, we have to think about how many robots could replace, I don't know, 100 people or many. So that's also important to consider. Okay, girls?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Is that all?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody, partners and teammates. And what's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, we're going to talk about the iPhone technology, Apple technology. And if we can see, the first iPhone, not 3G, iPhone, only iPhone is this. You know about this, but this is an iPhone 3G. This is iPhone only. Do you remember that the first iPhone that Apple go to sell was white and silver in the back? No?
No.
Only in the USA sell, but most of persons, I don't know, said bad things about that cell phone because have, I don't know, mistakes, a lot of mistakes. So Apple, and when you call something, they turn off automatic, I don't know why, have mistakes. So Apple do that new iPhone 3G, so you haven't seen it, yes?
Okay. Have you girls?
Yes.
Okay. And what else?
Okay, we're going to talk about the iPhone 3G.
Now this is the iPhone 3G.
Louder. George, raise your voice, honey.
It looks like this. This is the third generation.
Yes.
It's a lot more better than the first one, but it still has some limitations. Like
So this was in a marketing how long ago?
like
3
2
4
years.
Think
years.
about
3 or 4
this
years.
chronology, 3 or 4 years ago, okay? Good. So,
It doesn't have any camera in the front. It doesn't have any flash. It's slow. And that's it.
So slow. Okay.
This is the iPhone 4 and 4S is the same. And this iPhone is much better than it's much better than, well, it's faster and it has a better resolution camera and it has a front facing camera. You can make FaceTime with other iPhones. It's faster and you can open more apps. It has not more functionalities but more power to make it better.
okay.
So,
Okay, if we can see, the iPhone 4 is, I don't know, more rectangle, and the iPhone 3G is like dynamic. A lot of people do, I don't know, critics with Apple because the iPhone 4 are more comfortable talking because it's more dynamic, but Apple can't go back.
Okay.
So he continued with that model of the iPhone 4.
Yes.
But the
So,
time,
so they told they like more Apple iPhone 3G. The last one.
Some people prefer this
No,
one.
Today,
but
the,
the comfort of handling the hand because when you are calling someone, the
it's like a U.
hand
Oh.
it's
Okay,
more
today
comfortable.
the model, the design of the 3G is better than the iPhone 4.
And also-
but the software of the iPhone 4 and
yes.
It's
3G, they are more better.
And also the iPhone 3, the iPhone 4 is last year and last year, so it falls down, it will break easily. And the other iPhones,
They don't. It's another material that could be
Yes.
damaged easily,
But
right?
people love the design of the last version.
And they keep that still nowadays using this kind of
Yes,
device, right?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we have the iPhone 5. It's the newest.
That's the one coming soon.
Yes. It's better than all of it because the resolution of the program it's better than those ones. Also the camera it's
Girls, listen. Resolution on the camera.
it's better than the
Better.
other ones because it's bigger, so it's a panoramic camera. Also, it's less weight. It's like 2 inches less than this other.
So we can conclude briefly that according to the time development of these devices, they are smaller and thinner if we compare to the first one. They are becoming more
Well,
smaller and thinner.
the
The 5 coming.
number
Imagine-
5 it's
bigger than the other ones.
But thinner?
It's bigger than the other one.
Okay.
Okay,
Including
all the people that buy iPhones, they only, I don't know, buy it because the design, oh, she's beautiful, oh my god, they have seen, I don't know. But if you can see the iPhone 4 alone and the iPhone 5, it's like the same, no? Only black back. But if, I don't know, a professional or a businessman want to buy an iPhone 5, sorry, they only search the software and the things that are inside the iPhone.
So there's not a huge difference between 4 and 5?
No.
There is no.
No, like 3 different, but the software is a lot.
People are just waiting for the moment of getting the 5. Just to be on fashion, to say I have the most advanced technology? Is that a reason? People have to get this device?
Yes.
Well, many. I'm sure not all of them, but many, okay? You want honey? Okay, what else is important, boys?
Okay, we're going to talk now to the inside of the iPhones. We are talking about the designs, but George will tell us what the iPhone 5 have, the newest things.
The display is 4-inch, 1.5 inches more than the 4S. The resolution is 326 ppi. I don't know.
So it's improving, of course, in resolution, in capacity, no? That's like the next step of the advancing technology.
The processor is faster and is better. They made it better with the failures that had
the others before, okay.
Also, the new thing about the iPhone 5, it's that they can have 2 micro SIMs, like 2 carriers for, like example, use a cell and Telcel. They can use both of them.
Okay, I can explain you. All the businessmen are wearing the iPhone 5 because they have the iPhone 5 because
Why?
they have three phones at the same time, and they have a lot of cell phones. So
3 phones, what does this mean? I mean, talking to?
family, I don't know, business
3 persons?
and girls, I don't know. 3 phones.
Girls.
Okay,
That's a
so-
huge advantage for this kind of people on business, right?
Yes, because they can have in one cell phone 2 micro SIM like Telcel and use a cell and Movistar, I don't know, in the same cell phone. Like if you have in your CP, like your computer, Windows and Mac or Linux or blah blah at the same time.
Okay. What else is important, boys?
Also, the front-facing camera of the iPhone 5 is 18 now. That's the first.
The what, honey?
The front-facing camera of the iPhone 5, because the front-facing camera of the 4 and 4S is
Smaller or what?
No, it's something called VGA, something like that, and this is HD, so you can see the person who you are seeing.
Okay, okay. Boys, what do you think is the most important of getting a new device? Just to be in fashion? Because we know these are not many differences between one and the other, okay?
Yes.
We can be just thinking about getting the new one. What for you as young people? Is that too important for you to get the very first, I mean, in any computer, iPad, iPod, cell
people
phones?
think
What
that,
about this, Santiago? Well, that's a personal opinion. Maybe it's quite important for you to get that, honey.
Luis think that I only want to buy it because
For
of my
fashion.
sense of fashion.
Only
No,
Some people.
no, it's new.
some people.
It's new. No? We can't stay in the old things, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that you're going to buy every single device that is coming, or do you do this?
No.
No.
Yes.
Depending on Depending on the devices?
Yes. Depending the things that I like.
Okay. George, what do you think about this? Getting the new and the new and the new every time it comes to the market.
Personally, I go out night, so I don't want to spend 23,000 pesos and then get jumped off and lose my phone. So I'd rather have a phone less expensive.
If you were asked to choose, Luis, between your cell phone, your iPad, and computer, which one you think it has to be the very new version? If you were able to choose one of them,
About
the version of your computer, your cell phone, your iPad, iPod, which one you choose? Which device do you think it's the right one to get the news?
speakers.
Yes.
Why, honey? Or what for?
Because like I use my speakers at home and
The bathroom.
always
Taking a shower.
all the time, like on the shower, clean my room, doing homework, the shower.
While driving?
Mm-hmm.
But you are not driving and having it in the hand, or just free
No,
of hands?
it's like the speakers are portable, so I can move them wherever I want.
Okay. Charlie, honey, what do you think about these prices? Are they fair? Are they too expensive, depending on the device you're buying?
I think they are expensive, but when you have an iPhone in your hands, you think it was a good, but it was a good thing to buy.
Which is the right price of the new?
There are three models of the
The one you
capacity
think
of
is
memory that you have. The first one is like
Girls, listen, Coco.
there are three models, and one model is like 16 gigabytes, and they will cost, I don't know, approximately 9,000 of pesos, 9,000 pesos. The next one, 13, and the next one,
13,000.
yes,
And
13,000 pesos.
the most expensive?
The more expensive, 18.
Is that the one you're buying, honey?
18?
The 60.
Is that the one you're buying, Santiago?
Yeah, no.
Are you buying that one?
No, I prevent
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I prevent one cell phone, but I don't know what model because they come in like 12 of the next month.
Yes, 18,000. Isn't that too much for a cell phone?
18,000.
And something else, we can't, well, many people can't afford this amount, okay? So Charlie, which is the price you think it's the fair, the right one for the cell phone? You were asked to set a price for the new iPhone. A ver, Luis, which is the fair price for this, Charlie?
What is that cost?
10,000.
Will you get one of these?
Okay. I don't know because in my contract, it's a 2-year contract with the internet. It depends.
I have the same.
And these facilities that
But they can
they're
change.
given to you. Okay. What can we get as a conclusion of this, boys?
What?
A conclusion of these devices. What can you tell me?
That
By the time the revolution of the cell phone started getting better than the old ones.
Okay.
another conclusion is that don't buy for only to see the iPhone 5. Buy it because if you need it and if you want, also for fashion like me, Luis. And
If you have money.
Well, of course, first of all, we have to get money to buy
Yes.
it, no?
For
If we
different
don't have
purpose.
any, well, how could we? Okay, so getting these devices as a tool, not to get an addiction of using them. That's very important, no?
Yes.
Okay, boys. Thank you very much. Girls, questions, comments?
Bravo, más aplausos.